The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me. Those memories, so dark.
Alright. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Marvin and Siberian Wolf here. Today we're going to be playing some Genshin Impact today. Hello Joanne. Hello Joanne, welcome to the stream. We just started and today we're going to be playing some more Genshin Impact. In my community post tab, I made a poll asking if you guys wanted to see me stream the 3.2 update for Genshin Impact, and you all voted yes, so this is that stream. So as you guys may have known, Genshin Impact got its 3.2 update last night, but I wasn't able to play it last night because I was asleep. So we're playing it today. Today we're going to be going through the Archon quest, the boss battle with Scaramouche, and as well as every event that this update has to offer. But first I need to check my mail, so that's what we're doing right quick. Sorry about that, folks. Phone call. But now let's see what this update has to offer. So first off, we're getting Nahida, the cute little Dungeon Archon, and Layla. We don't know what her role in the story will be yet, but when she's available in the next banner, then we'll see. Alongside Nahida's banner, we're also getting another Yue Miri run because we needed more of those. I don't think we need more of those, but anyway. Then we've got Yae Miko and Tartaglia banners as well. The Archon quest and the Nahida story quest. And there's also... Let's see what else this update has to offer. Oh, right, the new events. Adventurous Trials event, which is happening right now. And I just realized that I'm... Oh, you're still in school, John? Alright, I didn't know. I can't wait for my daughter Yayla. Yeah, it just occurred to me that the gameplay will not be recorded when I'm checking the mail, so sorry about that, folks. But yeah, I had to check my mail right quick. So there's a lot going on right now. But before we get into that, today is also Xiangling's birthday. Happy birthday, Xiangling. A character I stopped using a while ago. But to fix... Oh, there was an issue with Xingju's elemental skill, huh? Well, I'm glad they fixed that, and we got 300 more primals because of that. On top of the fact that we got 300 primals for the maintenance, and all these rewards right here as well for Xiangling's birthday. Okay, so now let's go to right here. We can start the test run with all these characters. So the Oh, let's skip this part quick.
Once there was a glorious king.
Let's look at the banners. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to the banners. Looks like I already got some wards. Nice.
Reduced to just standing.
Yeah, back to the wish matter. Let's see. We've got Nahida, Bennett, Razor, and Noelle for the banner. And the weapons banner, we've got her signature weapon and Thundering Pulse bow. Let me just set this to that so it can stop sending me that notification.
How absurd.
Now, as I explained on my Discord server, I'm actually gonna skip Nahida's banner because for some reason Yela is on Child's banner, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is at this point. Oh, so this is the Scaramouche boss that we'll be doing at the end of the story quest to end Sumeru's story. After that, we'll do Nahida's story quest. Oh, Joanne's going for Yaimiko? Well, I wish you good luck in getting Yaimiko. The Verdant Takeover, the Dendro Cube that I'm gonna fight later on. Like, if I can get someone to co-op with me, then I'll fight that later on. And then there's the Spiral Abyss, which I'm not gonna do till like the end of the stream, most likely, because I tried to do it last night, but I got interrupted because of the maintenance, so I'll do that later on. But yeah, this is 3.2, so let's. Well, yeah, this is 3.2, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and get right into the test run before we get into the story quest. First we're gonna get Bennett's out of the way, Bennett and Razor's out of the way, so we can talk about, talk about Yoimiya, Mika, and Nahida. Alright, we all know how Bennett works, so let's just get this over with real quick.
Off we go. Boba, get them. Yeah. Everybody stand back. Let's light. Hey, yeah. Let's light it up.
I go try and lost my 50-50, I don't mind if I win. Yeah, that's how this gacha system works. You lose the 50-50, you win the 50-50. But the thing about it is I had just got Beto in version 3.1, so I don't want to have to waste my 50-50 on Nahida's banner. Because I still want to get Child in the second wave of 3.2, and I also want to try to get the Wanderer in 3.3. The Wanderer, I think, is like, if you saw on Genshin Impact's official Twitter page, you saw that they spoiled a new character called the Wanderer, as well as Farahuza. I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but yeah, she's the animal bow user, and the Wanderer is an animal catalyst. People, I don't believe he's Scaramouche, but he does look a lot like Scaramouche. And the thing about it is, if he's supposed to be Scaramouche, how did he get an animal vision? I guess we'll have to wait for that part to come out, because I'll probably get a story quest of him getting his vision after he's defeated in this boss fight. And the fact that the Wanderer is a character at all tells me that Scaramouche is not gonna die after this battle. But how is he suddenly an animal user instead of Electro Fatui puppet of the Raiden Shogun? I have a theory about that, and I'll explain it in a bit. So my theory about it is that after this fight that we're gonna do with Scaramouche, the Akasha terminals, like the things that ended everybody's ear from Sumeru, I don't know, he obviously doesn't have one, but the power of the Akasha was needed in order for him to be a god in the first place. So I think what's gonna end up happening is, after the fight, like, he's gonna lose his memories of being a member of the Fatui, as well as the memories of him, of his friend from Inazuma dying, because that's the one part of the story we don't know about. Because we knew about him being created by the Raiden Shogun, we knew about him single-handedly destroying the blacksmith schools of Inazuma, the Raiden Gokuden. But what we don't know about is how his friend from Inazuma died. So That is gonna be like, I think that's gonna be a big part of why he gets an animal vision in version 3.3. But I'm really excited for that because because aside from Child, he'd be the second Fatui Harbinger that's playable. That would be cool. Oh, technically he wouldn't be a Fatui Harbinger anymore since he's listed as a character from Sumeru. Obviously because he gets, and his vision is a Sumeru vision, a Sumeru animal vision, because he'll get his vision in Sumeru. But again, I don't know for sure if this is actually a Scaramouche or just like another puppet made by either the Raiden Shogun or the sages of the Akademiya. Because I don't believe that the Wanderer is Scaramouche, basically. And if he is, then they'll probably explain how later on, after this fight, probably.
Time for a light show. Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance, as a good knight should. Good bishop down! Fuse is lit!
Oh wait, I forgot to do the thing since we got Yoi Mia. Thundering Pulse. She's probably the only one that can use this artifact set, to be honest with you. Right behind. House Goblin Dreams, Dragon's Bane, Noblesse, and Crimson Witch.
That didn't count! As a dutiful maid would. Time for a light show!
And that was Yoi Mia's kit, ladies and gentlemen. Now we move on to the most anticipated character of this update, Nahida, the Electro Archon. The cutesy little smart aleck child. I always do that. I meant to click triangle, not X, because I want to have to do this again. So now I gotta wait longer for this to get over with so I can finish this right quick. Oof. Alright, let's leave the domain so we can try this again. I keep pressing the wrong button. Sorry about this, folks. I'm always doing that. I'm always doing that. Alright, let's try this again. Now we... Oh. Now we play as Nahida. Now, I just watched a separate video from, what's this guy's name? ZY0X. About how Nahida's broad and all that stuff. She's like the best Dendro player we have so far. It used to be the Dendro Traveler, but now they're saying it's her because of the way her skill works. So let's go ahead and run it down right quick because it is important info for those that actually want to pull Nahida. Because I doubt people are gonna want to pull for aw, cute. But yeah, she has 1009. This is Dawn. Now this is Floating Dreams. The weapon. Deep Wood Memory Set. Makes sense. She's like the best dental user supposedly. Let's look at her talents right quick. Her normal and charge attack deals dental damage, obviously. Her skill, if you press it, then that'll like shoot some like waves of like karmic seeds or something. But if you like hold it, then it'll enter an aiming shot, which you can limit from the camera, which will
Grow, grow, grow.
yeah. So basically, his skill does like makes that little swarm of that little like
This way, pretty little.
makes that little attack that applies Dendro, and this is she attacks by skipping and creating more Dendro. Okay. And then if you hold her skill, it does that.
Everyone hold hands.
And if you hold her skill, it does this. It makes the camera where you can you hold it, then apply it to more enemies as they come forth. And her burst just creates the Court of Dreams that expands, creates the course of. And her elemental burst has different effects depends on what elements are within the party. If you have a pyro character in the party, while Nahida is in the shrine, the damage dealt by her elemental skill is increased. While she's in Electro, the interval. While she's used Electro, she can like use the skill longer, and the duration. And while she's in Hydro, the duration of the skill is increased. And the duration of the burst is increased. And if there are at least two party members within the field with the above elemental weapons, then the effects will be increased. And this works even if she's not on the field too. And then her illusory, and then these are just her passive talents. Just her passive talents. She scales off of crit rate, but she also scales on elemental mastery, and she gives boosts when the party or her has over 1,000 elemental mastery, and that's not easy to achieve. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this team has over 1,000 elemental mastery, but it's still not that easy to achieve. So yeah, she's situational, but she's not as situational as someone like Nilou. And honestly, Nilou and Nahida work really well together. So if you have both of them, then that's great. But you do need to be playing a very specific team composition to make both of those characters work together. But yeah, Nilou is the type of character that needed Nahida to be good, basically. That's all I'm gonna say. So now let's get into the fight.
Don't be such a brute. Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy. Try not to enjoy this too much.
Make yourselves a home. Eat this. Right hand into the fire. I see everything. Share your knowledge. Commit it to memory. Help!
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock.
You're toast!
So yeah, for most intents and purposes, Nihil is the better Dendro applier, but sadly she's a 5-star character. So if you don't have her, then I guess Dendro Traveler would be your best bet. Tignari is still better suited for a DPS role, and Kale is just still not that good. So it's good that we have a really good Dendro character, but we do need more of them. We do need more Dendro characters, but the ones we have so far are half and half. Half are good, half are not that good. And that was success. So yep, that's how she works. She's a pretty good character. Now it's time to let's just get these commission quests out the way so we can get on with the story quest. I mean the Archon quest. Hey Cosmic, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this cover, but yes, I was just playing as the green baby, Nahida. We'll see more, but when I get to the when we get to the Archon quest, hopefully.
Add Astro.
The first things first, I want to get these commissions out the way before we move on to the Archon quest. Oh, I'm doing fine actually. You know, I'm just happy to be playing Genshin Impact again after a small break I had to take. Cause like there wasn't a lot going on in Genshin for me to make another stream make another video like this. But now that we have 3.2 update, there's going to be a lot going on, including more Nahida, thankfully, as we get on with this Archon quest. But as always, I would like to get these daily commissions out the way, so I don't have to worry about them later on, and then not do them, and then not get my rewards. Cause I need enough. I need all the primal gems I can get.
Demons do not stop for the raid. Move.
Oh yeah, how are you both doing actually? Cosmic and Joanne. Trying to get out of bed. Just someone something late last night. Oh, I found the unusual hilly show. This is like this is the rare instance where this unusual hilly show shows up. I don't know if he actually like provides anything for the sorry, hold a minute. You might start a new anime today. Oh, that's nice. What anime you watching? Wait, what am I looking for exactly? How is this Archon quest supposed to work? I don't understand. Are they in the tree? I'm looking for 4 traces of wind. I don't know. First off, I don't know what that means. Second of all, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Is it in the tree? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing right now? God. See, if I wasn't doing a stream right now, I would have gotten this over with. But no, it's like, Jesus Christ. And the our conquest has just begun, but no, I still have to get these commissions out the way. Search in the tree for 3 traces of the wind. What? Oh, I have to look for those tiny little leaves. How am I supposed to see those? I don't know how I'm supposed to see those. I really don't. I need to find 3 things of leaves. How am I supposed to... Okay, that's the last one. Okay. My God, this is like one of the most tedious, difficult, freaking daily commission I could ever get.
Worthless.
Maybe Jujutsu Kaisen or Great Pretender. Ah, nice. Never heard of those actually. Never heard of those, but they sound. Hope you have fun watching them. As for me, I might be reading a new comic later on, but other than that, yeah. All right, now we've won 1 down, 3 to go for these freaking daily commissions. Yeah, the comic I'm reading is called The Last Ronin. It's a how do I put this? It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic, but it's a darker story where 3 of the 4 turtles are dead, Michelangelo being the last one alive, and he has hallucinations of his dead brothers because he is on a personal mission to kill Shredder's grandson, Oroku Hiro Toko, or something like that. I forgot his name. But yeah, in this But yeah, in this darker version of the story, Shredder's dead. Karai killed Raphael, and the others died in an explosion from the war between Hamato and the Foot clans. That leaves Michelangelo being the last turtle alive, and he's haunted by visions of his dead brothers. So he seeks to honor the legacy of his family by killing Shredder's grandson. It's a much darker comic. It's a much darker version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story.
Coming to beat. Eyes on me.
Let's dance.
Yeah, it surely is dark. I don't know if I explained it that well, but you can probably find it like audio versions of it online, like people like doing dub voices, that stuff on YouTube. Just look up the last one and you'll probably know what I'm talking about. It actually came out in 2020, I believe, and it didn't finish. It has 5 issues. It started back in 2020 and it didn't finish until recently. So yeah, as of right now, there's only 5 issues of it. It started back in 2020, and I have only gotten up to issue 3. By the way, April and Casey also have a daughter named Casey something. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty short, but I also found it pretty intense, so I liked it. I haven't finished it yet. Oh, I see issues. This is one of those missions where I probably need a pyro character. Yeah, TMNT has been around for a very long time, and I know it's kind of been like hit or miss recently with some of the new stuff that they're doing, but the last Ronin is definitely more of an adult themed comic, which is why I gravitated towards it a bit.
We can eat it.
It's a franchise that a lot of us grew up with, myself included.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Off we go.
You grew up with more of the movies. Yeah, honestly, I grew up with more of the shows. But yeah, the movies were okay, I guess. Like wasn't really into like the live action ones because like the designs for the turtles themselves were just kind of off-putting. But like, yeah, exactly, it was cringe. The live action movies were cringe, but the animated ones were pretty alright. I like the animated ones. Alright, let's get this.
Everybody stand back! Animal hyperstasis emulation!
Confess! Off we go!
Yeah, they were pretty cool. Actually, Cosmic, while I have you here, I've meaning to ask if you were like interested in playing Genshin Impact, to be honest, because like I know you've taken an interest in certain characters, but like the game itself, I don't know if I ever got your thoughts on the game itself. And And that's all my daily commissions is done, so let's go ahead and get back to the freaking this right here so we can get to the Archon quest. All my daily commissions are done.
Thank you for coming.
Alright. Now that my daily commissions are done, we can switch back to the team I planned to use for the Scaramouche fight that's gonna be later on. That's gonna be Zhao, Barbara, Albedo, who I got in 3.1, the last pull I ever made before 3.2, and Beto. Now, I haven't used these characters in a very long time, but the main reason I'm using them right now is because of the constellations I have from the last battle. So, like, first and foremost, I have C6 Barbara. Now, if you don't know why C6 Barbara is good, it's because her last constellation, when a character dies, if she's in the party but not on the field, she revives the fallen character and fully restores their HP. Before 3.1, she was only at C4, so I never really used her. I haven't used her in a very long time, but now that she's here again, she's gonna be the reason that this team beats Scaramouche relatively easily. Then there's Beto's constellation. I didn't use her before because I didn't have this constellation, but this constellation C1 was pretty important because when she uses her elemental burst, it creates a shield. I've wanted to use her for a while, but I needed this constellation for her to be good. I've tried making her work in teams with her, Sigju, and Fischl, but the problem is without this shield, the team took a lot of damage. I didn't have a healer, a decent healer, I should say, because Xingshu, he's a good hydro applier, but he's not that good of a healer. He's more focused on applying hydro than healing. Like, if I can find him. Yes, he's at C4 right now, which is good, but like if you look at his like his talents and whatnot and his it's only 6% of his match HP, which is not a good scaling, even if you like do a full HP build, which I don't recommend, to be honest with you. I recommend you focus on the hydro application. But he's a good healer, but he's not better than someone like Barbara, Fischl, not Fischl, Barbara, Kuki Shinobu, who I have thanks to 3.0, and Kokomi, who I've been trying to get for a while now, but it's to the point where I don't need her anymore thanks to me having Kuki. But yeah, all that said, now we can move on to the Archon quest. When we last left off of the Archon quest, we got a group of people together. We got Sino, Al-Haytham, Canis, and Diha together in Aru village to discuss what's been happening in Sumeru so far with the sages, of how they created an endless dream loop where everyone was reliving the same day. Well, they technically weren't reliving the same day, but like the Akasha terminals took away some of their memories or dreams or something like that, to the point where they felt like they were living the same day, but in reality time was moving normally. Their subconscious mind led them to believe they were in the same day, and they needed a host, so to speak, to keep this dream loop going. And that host was actually Nilu, Joanne's waifu. But yeah, Nilu was the host for the dream loop, and that what kept it going. But we were able to break that spell back in 3.0, I believe. Then in 3.1, we learned that they were trying to make Scaramouche into a god, and we needed someone on the inside to confront one of the sages about it. So we got Sasubera, who was once shut up. I'm just trying to explain what happened in the last part of the Archon quest that we did, because I didn't stream the rest of the Archon quest. I just streamed like parts of it. So after that, we went to Aru village, where Sino and Ahaitam had that epic like battle, so to speak, where we grouped them together and explained that the sages were trying to make Scaramouche into a god, and the doctor, the other Fatui Harbinger that's with Sumeru, was able to capture he was able to capture Nahida with her subconscious using the Akasha. So now the Fatui and the sages have control of Nahida's power, so to speak, as well as the dreams that they were able to collect thanks to the Akasha terminal. So it seems like they have almost everything they need to turn the Scaramouche into a god, to more or less replace the original Electro Archon, the goddess of flowers. We also learned that the Scarlet King is the one who brought Azar to Sumeru. By accident, he was grieving because I think he had some sort of crush on the goddess of flowers. But either way, the Scarlet King, the King Dahishur, the guys that some people worshipped, he's the one who brought Azar to Sumeru. Azar is that like temporary paralysis sickness that Kole has. When she was a child,
will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
When she was a child, the doctor, well, her parents took her to the doctor, the second Fatui Harbinger. They took her there. He used some sort of like human experimentation things to like try to treat it, but it ended up leaving her very traumatized. Like she was scarred for life by it. Okay, the one sleeping with Mona in a week. Where did that even come from, Joanne? Sleeping with Mona in a week. What? Where did you get that from? I have no clue where you got that from. That don't even make no sense. Okay, but as I was saying, we learned that the Scarlet King is the one who brought Azar to Sumeru. We learned that the sages were trying to turn the Scaramouche into a god. And then we met up with Candace, Sino, Alhaitham, and Dia to discuss a plan. So the next time she said that the next time we meet, we needed a solid plan to take down the Akademiya. So right now, I guess this is the day where we have to come up with that plan. So now we gotta talk to Candace. Leave me be with my wife, Nahida. Okay, I will.
Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Hold on for a second. Hello? Hello?
Sean.
Yes?
Hey, buddy, you see mommy keys?
Where are they? I don't know where they. I don't know what post Bonnie's keys are. I don't know where the keys are. Sorry, folks, I'm back. I had to take care of something kind of important, but now I'm back, so we can just get back to the story.
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Chapter 3, Act 5. Akasha Pulses and I read the rest of the title.
They're all waiting for you.
Okay. So now Candace is letting us use the village. I guess she's not supposed to be a part of it since she's like the protector of this village, Aru village. So excuse me. Getting a little tired, but not too tired to do the stream.
But why isn't anybody talking?
Probably because they were waiting on us.
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try. The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
So, are they gonna tell us the plan now, or do we have to like just hope they explain it to us throughout the story? Like, they don't usually do this loading screen unless it's for like a cutscene unless it's a cutscene that we can't skip. But this is taking a pretty long while. I hope my internet connection is still working, because if not, then that's gonna like piss me off. Oh, I heard a sound effect. I think it's working. Oh my god, this is taking forever. I hope it's not because like I'm streaming or finally
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
We'll make our move on the next Ignabarhate. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I don't know these Egyptian words.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Candace is awesome.
Stay safe, everyone. I'll be here praying for you.
Candace is awesome. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Candace is an awesome character. Like, I'm glad I have her. I don't know if I'll use her, but she's just so caring, so compassionate. That's what more characters in this game needs to be like, honestly. But now we gotta talk to the jackass. I'll hate him. Now watch. I imagine as soon as he if he's made it like a playable character, then everyone's gonna step over him. Watch. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If he's made playable, everybody is going to simp over him. I guarantee it.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Rahman. Oh yeah, this is the guy who was who believed that the Scarlet King was the good guy in the whole situation with freaking the Goddess of Flowers.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't we be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
The way Paimon said that. Oh wow, she is such a sweet little child.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
And by mercenary who lost his mind, he's referring to the guy that used the Divine Knowledge Capsule back in 3.0.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
In this nation and Sumeru, yes, but in other parts of the world, definitely.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
That is true.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the Akademiya for some time, was never once informed of this.
For those who don't know, forbidden knowledge usually refers to like knowledge about the gods of Tavata and whatnot, like the Electro Archon, the Goddess of Flowers, that kind of stuff. Even the Scarlet King.
I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge, but the Akademiya has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the Akademiya has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Abydia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problem Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
The Withering Elazar and the Sandstorms, that seems to contradict what we learned in 3.1, because as we learned, the Scarlet King is the one who brought Elazar to Sumeru. The Scarlet King is the one who brought Elazar to Sumeru. Bring.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe! And is this the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious!
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Akademiya should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes.
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand, but trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders, and that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
He looks cute, huh, Cosmic? I will keep that in mind if he's made a playable character. But I'm sure there's lots of fan art of him already. But yeah, basically, the reason I don't talk much during these cutscenes is so I can let the story play out. But basically, what I'll hate them is saying is that if everyone has been using the Akasha for so long to the... No, don't keep it in mind. Oh my god.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebots and start preparing for the next step.
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
He's going to make everyone have faith in their plan. Make everyone in Sumeru have faith in it. Sumeru. Make everyone in Sumeru have faith. He's going to
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree with it.
But it's still the best plan we have. There's a former mantra you people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Alhaitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Well, if his plan is to make everyone in Sumeru... I am sorry, I have not paying attention to the story at all. Oh my god, because you're too busy focusing on the two guys with white hair, right? Okay, constant. But yeah, if Alhaitham's plan is to make everyone have faith... If Alhaitham's plan is to make everyone have faith in the Traveler, where exactly is the... Wherein lies the problem? I'm wondering. I know he looks good, and he's a good character to use in teams if you have him. I don't have him, unfortunately.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
I just thought I'd let him finish his sentence before I say, good luck with your commission, Cosmic. Okay, you need to eat and then take care of some stuff. Alright, see you later, I suppose.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Oh, I thought his plan was to use the recording to make everyone have faith in the Traveler, but now it seems like he's trying to group in a bunch of Eremites who don't have documentation in Sumeru City.
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
I think this might be the first time anyone has referred to the Scarlet King as King Deshret. Did they not know how to pronounce it back in 3.1? I don't know. It's weird. Like they do this a lot of times. Like they do this sometimes where like they'll have like a certain term word that they say, and then they'll have like a little like lowercase font above the word, so like people will have something else to call it. I think they usually do that when they don't know how to pronounce the words that they're putting into the game. But like, why make the word why make the word, put it in your game if you can't pronounce it? But because back in 3.0 and 3.1, players called him the Scarlet King because they didn't know how to pronounce it either. No one knew how to pronounce this word, Deshret. No one knew how to pronounce that word. But now they figured out how to pronounce it. Deshret. King Deshret. So he's still the Scarlet King, but we now know that should be called King Deshret.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Akademiya's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Reebok.
Of course. Mahamatra's order is the Akademiya's order. Just let us know what you needed. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our...
There are a squad of air mites whose number is comparable to Ain al-Ahmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Akademiya.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Akademiya and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Reebok operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Akademiya has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Akademiya's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention, no matter how you look at it. They don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
Well, I'm suspicious.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Akademiya firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. Can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles, decisive and principled. You were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad this is settled.
I know alone.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
Her eyes are... What? Oh my god!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Akademiya?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite tune and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Akademiya. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Early in the morning. Tick tock, 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 tick 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 tick tock. It is now morning.
Time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Wait a moment.
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Akademiya, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Resisted combat.
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Akademiya has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Akademiya? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Burst forth! Power ended! Let's show me!
Here! Worthless! Here!
Witness the great undertaking!
Burst forth! To action! I'll protect that!
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all...
Silence!
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Akademiya as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went perfectly.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Rama there sure looks convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tighnari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tighnari? What if they'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tighnari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tighnari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Tighnari kind of already was in the loop about Nahida, so like fully participate in like and whatnot.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late.
Or getting everyone to believe in the Traveler. Was making over. I hate this part of the plan was to make sure everyone believes in the Traveler as he attempts to save Nahida. Sino's plan was to get the Aramites into Sumeru City, was to get as many Aramites who once believed in the Scarlet King in the Sumeru City as quickly as possible in the Sumeru City. And Naida's plan is to introduce her to Tighnari for reasons we're about to find out.
In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yep.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Akademiya. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis Ei and ask for Forest Watcher Tighnari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tighnari still has the Akademiya's trust. So, we'll find Tighnari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
Like, Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Aww.
Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis Ei.
Been a long while since we've seen Tighnari. I'm glad it'll be on our side again after so long.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Tia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The Doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Or is it green a sign? I don't know. I haven't seen the Doctor in a very
him.
long time.
Actually, he left Pardis Ei just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Akademiya. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point.
I like how upfront he is. He's upfront but kind. You don't have to tell him anything that you don't think is relevant to whatever you're trying to accomplish. That's a good thing about him that I like.
The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
I mean, she did see Scaramouche become a god. She did see Scaramouche trying to become a god, so that's probably why.
What do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh. I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment.
Looks like we won't be seeing the doctor in Sumeru anymore.
I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Akademiya. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor. But after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return.
Why is the Tsaritsa trying to regroup all the Harbingers, all the Fatui that are in Sumeru?
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Akademiya said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Sounds like something he picked up from... Sounds like something he would have picked up from Lisa, I guess.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Akademiya and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Akademiya, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The Akademiya has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Akademiya. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Akademiya.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Akademiya doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Akademiya, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, it still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Akademiya from the very beginning.
From what is not, it disappeared.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis Diat?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
Wait, we're going after the doctor directly now?
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went! How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me.
Perfect. No more.
That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction.
Can you see him?
The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought.
Oh, he's not leaving. He's made a little camp right here.
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Port Ormos. Nah, obviously we're not gonna fight the doctor, but if he's leaving, we might as well be able to see him one last time. I'm glad we get to see him this final time before he leaves. All the way back down to up here. Probably took a lot of fall damage just now.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But sir, that can't be right.
No, I remembered like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Ooh, that might have been the trickiest hide mission ever.
This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
Ooh, this is very sus. But with all those Fatui gods, he seems to be leaving by himself.
And Where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago. But now, they vanished.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
So they're gonna either kill her. So they're gonna kill Hypatia. Okay, so the doctor is leaving, but he sent some Fatui. So he sent some members of the Fatui to kill Hypatia, and he wanted. I think he wanted us to follow him, so he wouldn't. So no one would be suspicious that there were actually other Fatui members waiting for them to leave, so they could kill Hypatia. This guy's crafty, alright. He is very, very crafty.
Paradise Di is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Paradise Di for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Paradise Di now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Paradise Di as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Tighnari, are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari, beat him up!
Stay right there. Let's end this quickly! This isn't good.
Let the show begin.
These guys get the Hypatia. Can't let these guys get to Hypatia.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now. Eyes on me!
I'll protect us.
Lament! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it!
Excuse me.
Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know.
Oh, snap!
Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right? That's impossible.
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler! What are you doing?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. What is it?
Do you want to be a god or not? That's my question, because you don't sound like it.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean?
The Akademiya plans to infuse your consciousness with the divine knowledge capsules. This is extremely risky. Even if the Akademiya theories are correct, and you manage to gain the wisdom of a god, you would probably no longer remain yourself. You would become the new greater Lord Mukadabaka for the Akademiya. Even if it means losing yourself, would you still want to become a god?
Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking, and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower?
The doctor does not wish for the stage for treatment here.
The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon's thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Palantir? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while.
He's become milder, but even more deranged.
Where is the storm headed?
The Balladeer is using Ei's Gnosis to change the weather. Using both A and Nahida's.
That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Time... Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? It's all right. I'm sure you also never expected this to happen. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Let's go to Hypatia's place.
Yeah, this place is starting to look like Inazuma now. Sumeru is starting to look like Inazuma. Inazuma when A was isolated herself. When A isolated herself. Just please.
Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
Oh my god, I think that might be true to some extent. Oh my god, the more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know.
That's painfully
They
true.
always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Akademiya's God creation plan.
Seems to have worked.
How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left Sumeru in a hurry. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
I guess it all depends on what exactly Hypatia saw. Probably the dead friend, because there's no way they would have cared if she saw him destroying the Raiden Gokuden. If they saw him dismantling the Raiden Gokuden.
You said the balladeer claims that Hypatia has seen his past. So, what could be there?
Aside from being created by A and taking down the Raiden Gokuden and that childhood friend, we don't know.
Have you noticed? The balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
All we accomplished was getting rid of the doctor.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile.
You can just focus on your plan. Leave the patient to me. My wound isn't going to get in the way.
Oh, and lightning's on? Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a whole Inazuma thing where it stays there forever. But I guess not. Whoa. Now we know the god creation was successful, but at least we got rid of the doctor. But at least we... Things will only get worse from here on in, but at least we got rid of the doctor. Ooh, I'll hate them. What do he has to say?
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya, so we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now to avoid alerting the quarry. They will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Well, not only that, but we still don't know where to go from here.
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them. You...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Akademiya big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So...
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu! Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Oh, Joanne, you're missing it. Joanne's missing it. Her waifu is here.
Huh? Join you? You mean... you also want to discuss something important?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met.
right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right!
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
It's hard to believe everything that's happened till now, and our actions will bring change to many things tomorrow.
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
So, everyone get a good night's sleep.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice.
Uh-huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep.
Okay. So I guess that means...
Yep, good night everyone!
Victory Road, is that a Pokemon reference? Oh my lord, that was a... Wait. Let me... Victory Road. That is a legit Pokemon reference. Oh my god. I love that they did that. That is amazing. Okay, now we just skip a clock to head to the next day and we can get on to the next part of this oof. I don't know why I kept doing that. I thought I forgot how to do the clock at first, but no. Now we just have to click the clock to the next day, and
Today's the Akademiya's new Garbahad Day. We can finally put a plan into action. I'll hate them should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Akademiya and find him.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. I got too nervous thinking about what about you all?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Bye, Vaughn. Oh my god.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Akademiya knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, I've been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the sanctuary of Surasthana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating.
It's similar to Raiden Ei's Plan If You Find Me.
500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it could no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Nagarbahad Day. Arguably the most important day to the Akademiya. The sages and core Akademiya personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Akademiya's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Electro Archon. Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Akademiya should have already started preparing for Nyagarbahad Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door, or...?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Yes, I was.
Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Actually, yes, I was.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Al-Haytham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, and, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Akademiya.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guest. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the Akademiya for so long because...
It took him that long to find a traveler.
Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the Akademiya.
That was close.
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the Akademiya is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be...
All we did was ask them who they think they were. Who they think we are. That's not really like outsmarting them or anything. Kind of making them play with their own ignorance or something. Oh yeah, I've been here before. I just didn't know what to do with it because...
Is this the Akademiya's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The Akademiya marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Akademiya personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then?
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage.
Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Akademiya would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand, and have no intention of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, Traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Nagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work, creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god.
This guy's
If
insane.
humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it.
But in the end,
You
you still
will never
want a god.
understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali, what can she even do? Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the Akademiya. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the Akademiya, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Alhaitham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Akademiya as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him ready for your perusal.
Alhaitham? So you're still on the Akademiya's side! We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Nahida Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no? Your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Akademiya had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the Akademiya. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Akademiya? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Akademiya on Nahida Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Akademiya and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Akademiya and confront me in person. I suppose this is also a part of your plan?
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Akademiya's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future academic systems. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the Akademiya, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Guards!
Oh snap, the divine knowledge capsule from before is starting to come crazy.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule. Traitor! You traitor! Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Al-Haytham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. Azar! He has gone completely insane.
Yeah, he's gone insane from the Akasha terminal. I'm using the divine knowledge capsule.
Take him to the mantra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbahade. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Oh snap, those looks on their faces tell me that Al-Haytham didn't really go insane. He was just find a way to pretend he was insane thanks to the modifications to the Akasha terminal and whatnot.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Al-Haytham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Al-Haytham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk he poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important task once he's in confinement. According to the Akademiya scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the Akademiya, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
Now we have to find Nahida's
You've been
consciousness.
wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Al-Haytham modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal! Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please work!
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I wanted to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surastana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness.
Nahida!
I don't really...
Nahida!
Ooh, what is that power that the traveler's using?
So quiet. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I... How do I... It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't...
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarbha Day stuff? Yep, so that means our next act is Nilu's performance!
Oh.
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful, even if it's only for our sakes.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm playing as Nilou. Too bad Joanne is here to see this. She'd be laughing.
Nilou, how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends.
Ooh, that sounds great. How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilou, we'll be here to keep people from going to the Akademiya.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Akademiya has been conducting a
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilou! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people away with Yalda candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have more than we can give.
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
Ow, sorry. always in my head on the microphone, headphones things. But Nilu's doing a performance while the traveler's locked up. So Joanne, I hope you're watching still.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Al-Haytham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Al-Haytham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? Oh, it's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now, and Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
I love how they're reviewing everyone's
now
part of
that
this
Lesser
mission.
Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Akademiya and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Akademiya. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyagarbha Day.
So he really has everything figured out, it seems.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
This was kind of hinted at in Nilu's story quest too, for those who weren't aware.
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Yagarbahade, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so, the misleading information will be disseminated amongst the guard.
Sure sounds complicated. But it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the Akademiya with... That's pretty clever. Getting right in it. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how could...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards in the Akademiya are gone,
then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Akademiya in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the Akademiya, this is our hunting ground.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert. The only advantage they might have is their numbers.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach them a good lesson today.
Indeed. The trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place.
You gave such an important task to that child. Will he be okay?
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so let's put our faith in him. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway, I think I see them coming. Let's head out.
Good luck.
Alright, let's see where this goes.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught.
Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Akademiya guards.
Alright, it's time, Isak.
Wait, am I playing a server right now, or I'm confused? What's happening right now?
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Yeah, this is very weird.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do?
Looks like nothing's here. A waste of time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. What should I do next? The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Hey, stop! I saw you!
Oh, I see. Okay, this is gonna... Oof, this is gonna take a while, folks.
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad. Where should I go? Oh, how is this possible? There's so...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
Oh, this is gonna get annoying. This is going to get annoying.
They found me! This is bad. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad.
Oh my god, this controller's gonna get on my nerves!
Possible.
I hate these kind of missions, man. I swear to god.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This...
Okay, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna have to, what time is it? Yeah, it's 2:14. I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream right here. I'll do a part 2 later on, but I gotta get this done right quick. Because this is gonna get on my nerves, so, yeah.
Kusanali is over there! Stop!
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna wrap up for part 1 of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll do a part 2 in a few minutes. I just gotta eat lunch so I can, and then get this part over with, because this part's gonna get on my nerves. I don't want to see y'all, bugging me, because for whatever reason my controller stopped working, so I need to fix my controller, and then I have to eat lunch. Then I gotta fix everything I gotta do. So yeah, this is my last. If this doesn't do work, I'm gonna end the stream, do a part 2, and then we'll move on.
This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay, it works. Good. Okay, so I don't have to end the stream just yet. I'm still gonna end the stream in like a few minutes anyway, because I gotta eat lunch. Then I'll do a part 2. But until then, I'm gonna...
Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and...
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you...
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Rough and irritating.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali. Who exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the Akademiya. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Brace yourself!
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Well, I was about to say, I thought it was about Osial for a second, but like, dad, things just got real intense just then. If I can find the right time to pause, I can end the stream and then eat lunch and then do the part 2.
This is odd. The Akademiya has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nahida Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one?
Guards? Guards!
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Akademiya guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest.
Arrest? Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped. Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Akademiya is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in our... What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Could that have been a red herring? Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali has indeed escaped?
Confirm? No, I haven't. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around.
Yes, Grand Sage.
There's a lot going on with these cutscenes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad I didn't talk during most of these so I could hear the main story. If I knew there was going to be this many, if I knew there was going to be this many cutscenes, though, I would have put on autoplay, then go eat lunch.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. There must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my...
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Akademiya to confront me. But I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the same as always.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhaitham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Akademiya staff are forbidden to come here. No one will come to save you. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamatra?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Oh, snap. Sino just freaking killed Azar, I think.
For a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen. Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the... Thinking about it, at least Paimon has... When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for her.
Here comes your savior.
Yeah! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt even more tiring than whacking them.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the Akademiya are all taken care of. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino doing?
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together last minute to save the Archon. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Finally! Okay, I'm gonna go eat lunch now. I'll make a part 2 of the stream later, guys. Thank you so much for watching.